We've received some new job offers. The details are on your iDroid. Boss, some of the kids we've been keeping here have escaped. We don't know why they ran off, but it may have something to do with Ralph's death. The intel team's looking for them as we speak. I'll add information to your side ops list as it comes in. You need to locate and secure those kids. I'll try to find out what happened.
Alright, interesting. I don't know if that's like something immediately worth doing right now, but I just went off and did some side op stuff. Literally just threw the recording thing on because I noticed that the yellow tape recording thing was different because I was just listening to tapes while out on the field. I was listening to a bunch of like Code Talkers research stuff, which there's so many of these. Like, if you guys are interested in more story, definitely listen to them, because most of the story in this game, unfortunately, is told in these tapes, which I say unfortunately because I kind of wish we had, like, you know, more cutscenes and stuff that, like, show, don't tell, you know? I mean, it's better storytelling, we all know that, but, I mean, it's still fascinating getting through this stuff with Code Talker and understanding, like, how the parasites existed before, and, like, I don't know, there's so much to it. Clearly, these are all very long, each of these. So, anyway, we have some new yellow ones, like this one that we just heard about, the children's escape. I misheard him earlier in an earlier episode when he said that one of the kids died in an accident. And I was immediately suspecting that it was Liquid having something to do with it. But I thought it was a soldier, just an ordinary soldier. I was talking about something else, I guess, and I misheard him. But either way, I went back and heard it, so it's a kid. And I guess because of that kid's death, one of the child soldiers we had on base, they're leaving?
Boss, we gave Ralph, that kid who died in the accident, a burial at sea. The man in charge of that facility has been severely punished.
Yeah.
But ever since, the kids have been acting strange. It's obvious they've lost their trust in adults. I was getting reports of them ignoring the staff, or getting insolent, and even violent. And a few days later, several of the kids did a disappearing act. They snuck into choppers and shipping containers and got off base. Why? Your guess is as good as mine. These kids were born in a war zone and forced to grow up as war fighters. If they're left alone, war is how they'll die. But I thought we showed them there are other reasons to live. I never liked having children on Mother Base. But the thought of them going back to the battlefield and picking up their old lifestyle is something I can't stomach. It makes me think of Chico, 9 years ago. We have to get those kids back. Hell, they know too much about our operation. I never expected even the kids to betray us.
Wow, yeah, me neither. But, does that mean that immediate... First time I technically got in here today. Does that... Whoops. Does that technically mean that we have a new... Oh, I have several new missions here. Okay, so, aside from 2 of these white ones, I've been doing these offline, on streams and stuff like that. I'm not on stream right now. But, I've been looking at these before. Oh, yeah, by the way, hello, Internet! I'm HamsterBomb, and you are watching some more Metal Gear Solid 5. Sorry, I totally forgot that. Because I wasn't expecting to film anything. And I don't know if I'm right now going to be able to do a full-blown episode, maybe. I mean, I'm really curious about what this is. I want to progress the game some more. But at the same time, I do things like these offline, and, you know, I don't know how this is going to go. Because right now we have a total stealth, Footprints of Phantoms. So, I mean, more than in half. So I would say 30% of these missions that we're getting are actually important, and they're new, and they're yellow. The other ones are redos of past missions, but with, you know, little quirks thrown on them, like, you have to beat over the fence, but with total stealth, as in if somebody sees you, you have no reflex mode. If someone sees you, game over. Start over. Yikes. Well, I mean, it challenges you because you have better stuff now, so I get that, but it canonically makes no sense to do it again. I mean, like, as a gamer, yes, it's fun to do it again and have a new challenge, but I personally don't. Like, it feels so wrong in the story. It makes no sense. Like, how come I can do this and come back to Mother Base and something happened, you know? Like, I don't know. But anyway, These two we just got, I think. Total stealth over the fence. And extreme cloaked in silence. Extreme basically is really high difficulty, no reflex mode. I've done it for back up, back down. Got an S again, which is nuts. On my first try. I didn't do all the objectives, but still. I'm not really big on that, doing all the objectives. I may go back and do S ranks on other missions, but to me, I'm like, I don't see the reason. And personally, I played Metal Gear because I love the story so much. Sure, the game's a lot of fun. I'm doing all of the side ops for that, you know? I don't really need to do it, you know, perfection-wise, you know? Especially when I feel like the game was unfinished story-wise from what I've heard, which is a shame. But we're still going to plow through this and get as much as we possibly can through it. I am so interested in what's going on with this new yellow thing that we just got. I gotta hear this.
Boss, we need you to get back a film canister one of our informants hid in the field. He was working under my orders to investigate the extraordinaries that showed up in Cyprus.
Different.
The man on fire and the floating boy that keeps showing up where they're not welcome. Apparently they were the subjects of some top-secret research conducted by the Kremlin.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that meant our informant drew the attention of the KGB's Directorate S, and they took him out before we could make contact. The good news is he placed a report in a film canister and hid it somewhere in Spookmate Keep. Just before he died, he transmitted VI of the hiding place to us, but the data was cut off partway through.
Of course it was.
The image is far from clear, but it might provide the clue you need. We'll be analyzing the data further to try to clear it up, but for now, get to Spookmate Keep. The KGB have already dispatched a Spetsnaz squad to retrieve that film canister and cover the whole thing up. Boss, there's no time to waste. Head to Spookmate Keep and use the VI as a clue to find and retrieve that target. Why was Sahelanthropus mobile? How are the man on fire and that kid connected to Skullface's plan? If we can just get that report, we can blow it all wide open. Then we can shake off the last remnants of Skullface and the phantoms he left behind.
That sounds fascinating. The only thing that scares me is it sounds like another timed mission. I hate it when they're timed. I want to feel calm in these, and I can slowly do this. And good lord, with some of these missions we were doing before, whew, absolutely freaking me out. Especially like the, I thought so, yellow side ops, which is what they are just doing with the kids. They are, wow, they have multiples, and they're both yellow. Man, now I don't know what to do here. I was also thinking, going back to Mother Base, in order to actually attempt to get a cutscene would be pretty cool. I am dismissing my staff. I have so many people. I'm a terrible guy sometimes when it comes to this. How about this? I'm gonna check if we got something new at Mother Base in terms of cutscenes. If no, we're gonna start one of those two missions, and I will see you guys then. Alright, so guys, whether we get a cutscene here or not, I actually remembered one of the missions I did out in the field was I got another card to show Paz. So, we're definitely gonna go take a look. We're gonna go see Paz, but that's only if I get to land where I told the game I want to land, on the medical wing. Cutscene or no? No cutscene, which is good, because that means I'm actually landing where I wanted to. Though, you guys were telling me I really should be transporting Snake around the facility by using the cardboard box and the loading zones. I didn't know you could do that. There's so many things you guys showed me that I could do in this game that I just didn't know you could, and it's cool. Like my chopper now plays Half Pipe, my main theme on my my channel. I'm not hearing it now, but there's a bunch of stuff I also put in. Okay, by bunch of stuff I mean there's a bunch of stuff I could put in. There's so many great things in this. I'm like, oh, I could put anything in because I'm playing on the PC. That's awesome. Plus, I gotta drown out Quiet's music here because I don't have the rights to listen to that. Not cool. Oh, music's amazing. Surprise! Thank you, Staff Morale Increase. I don't know how important that really is, but I like increasing it. Got a lot of women over here, don't I? Anyway, so I'm gonna run on up here. Oh man, I just want to see a gameplay like this where they remake. Oh hey, what's up?
Thank you for getting those animals out, boss.
Sure, no problem. I'm not hitting my people enough. That is wrong, isn't it? Now, is the music gonna keep playing while we talk with Paz? Good, it's not.
May.
What's up? She's slowly becoming less and less happy to see me. Like, she's pretending to be, I
What
think.
is it, Snake?
I got more stuff for you. Explain.
The Costa Rican Sea.
Oh,
It is so beautiful.
I never even looked at this photo.
Costa Rica means rich coast.
Is that so?
Please, please, get them out of my country. Them? Huh? Who was I thinking of? It was... And then I... No, that is not right. But I am an angel of peace. I am a student. I am so tired. I will just lie here a while.
She is completely lost her mind. Which, I mean, maybe it's for the best. Wait, Katep. Oh, we got another cassette of passes, I assume. Those we don't get many of. So where's that? Pasa's diary continued 4. Okay.
I finally had a decent draft of the lyrics, so I showed them to Professor Galvez first. He liked them. He said I had done a superb job capturing the sense of a young girl's troubled heart. There were one or two lines I thought needed brushing up. So although he said lyrics aren't my specialty at first, he gave me some advice. Everything he said made perfect sense. When I tried putting in his changes, they made the song feel deeper, more sincere. That is the professor for you. He always has the answer. With the lyrics finished, I was ready to show Miller. He does not often take things seriously, but all of a sudden, he would say, "Paz, you have the soul of an Enka songwriter." I did not even listen to Enka all that much. Maybe I am pretty talented after all. But still, it took so much time to write the lyrics that there is hardly any time left to rehearse before Peace Day. The three of us rushed into the makeshift practice studio on Mother Base to see how we sounded together. Miller strummed away with a big smile on his face. I sang the main melody, and Professor Galvez improvised a backup melody. I know the professor is smart, but is there anything he cannot do? And Miller's guitar playing sounded a lot better now that he stopped singing. But I can hardly criticize his voice. I thought I had learned the song well enough listening to the tape as I wrote the lyrics, but I had trouble with the pitch and kept missing the rhythm. I had to practice, but there's almost no time left. It is just 3 days until Peace Day. Wait, I thought there were 3 days left before. I went and checked today's date with Miller and the professor. The date has not changed. It is the same day. Something is strange. Am I reliving the same day?
We are so getting somewhere with her. That is interesting. That is interesting. I mean, she has to make this discovery on her own. There's no other way to better do this. Even like that, it's oh. I feel bad for her. I feel really bad for her. I wonder if we should go for the kids or do that other main mission. I'm so curious. So curious what's on that tape. I feel like I gotta do that first. But I feel like I'm doing a disservice to, you know, the game. I'm like, those kids got out. I gotta save those kids. Like, I actually do care. But I know it's not time-based. I know it doesn't matter, you know, conflictions. I'm glad that's there, though. I mean, I'm glad that's there. That I feel conflicted to, you know, to do that.
Rain approaching.
Alright, so we're all washed up, ready for some... Hey, come on now. Can I do something? Can I do something? There we go. Alright, I'm gonna pick the main mission.
Select a mission.
I'm picking the main mission, I just can't help it. Now, if this is a time-based one, it's gonna be a frustrating, stressful one. We're looking for, they'll show me the photo after I'm in there. They say it's somewhere in Spugme Keep is what they said, so if that's the case, I kind of want to land here a little closer.
Heading to Afghanistan.
Cool. I hope this is good. I'm also gonna, okay. I gotta bring a buddy with me, which, by the way, everyone got a nice little rehaul. I don't know if you saw everybody, but, yeah, Nestor, by the power of my ultimate pony of death. Why on earth does your, loyalty keep going down, Nestor? Or can we never really have a true perfect bond? I level it up all the time. I don't know why it stays like that. It's a new, equipment that I could have developed as soon as we found, like, the man on fire. Whatever. Sure, it's not an on fire version of the pony, but good lord, look at the power of Nestor. Nestor, our true commander of Pink Horse. Represent. Though we may actually switch him for our Fultoning Fox. He is the best. I could send him out and just say, go get it, dog. And I knock people out and he'll just run up and Fulton them. With wormholes. It's kind of hilarious. But at the side of that, I also have, finally, Quiet wearing clothes. I decided, I was like, hey, you know what? As soon as we saw that cutscene with her before, I got the ability to make her actually wear clothes. They said you couldn't do it. I found a way to do it. Also, I can make her solid gold, which is apparently cheaper. It's really cheaper. We have boob jiggle effects as solid gold. Maybe we should play as solid gold. Is there a point here? There's actually a requirement. Or like, it costs money to do this. Or nothing. What does this actually do? That's what I'm, like, Sandra won by Strikeforce XOF. Is she safer wearing this? That's, like, is there a reason? Expose the maximum amount of sin, supposedly, so as not to impede her, she can breathe. Through it's ridiculous. That's through it's ridiculous. So wait, spray painting her, did that do anything to it? Because like, if she's actually safer, alright. It's expensive though. I don't know if this is just like for looks. If it's just for looks, screw it. We're gonna fight with a solid gold, Quiet. We're going solid. Can I be solid gold too? I wanna be solid gold for this one. Actually, is that possible? Sneaking suit? I wanna change my suit up. I could be solid snake again, but I really wanna be solid gold. I guess I can right now. The sneaking suit's really, really nice. Head option. Now, oh, I did finally develop this. The bandana. I forget what we, oh yeah, for getting the Peace Walker AI, we were able to develop the bandana. Oh, that's so cool! Yes. Oh, that feels so much snakier now. That is great. So, lowers occurrence of serious injury. Does it cost me money to develop? Yeah, it does cost money to wear it. And I honestly don't, I got no GMP problems. I was gonna say, I don't need to wear that, but at the same time, it's so cool. Alright, so vehicle. In all honesty, I probably don't need it, but I don't think that it changes your deployment costs. It's really weird. Buddy's all set. Alright, my equipment. It looks like I got everything set up the way I would normally want it to be. Let's get.
Deploying.
I got the bandana. And Quiet's made of solid gold. That's when you know I have too much GMP for my own good. I am starting to coat things in solid gold. Not pink anymore, solid gold. I could put, ooh, all of Pink Horse. But we'd have to change our name, I was gonna say. Everything can be solid gold, but, I don't know. Everything's chrome in the future. We could just spray paint everything chrome and fix it. I don't know, I have a chrome version of Quiet too. Thing is, it's only because I'm like, what do I throw my money at anymore? I mean, like, I can only develop so many things at once. I throw things constantly at random weapons so that I can customize them, make them better, and meh, you know, whatever. It doesn't really do too much in terms of actually, like, leveling stuff up, so I'm like, I've been neglecting the buddies this whole game. But there's nothing really great to give them, you know? I mean, Quiet's got her suppressed tranquilizer, and loading times have been taking longer and longer in this. It's been, a little worrisome. Now, we gotta look at this picture they say they have that is misleading immediately. Like, in the chopper, I'm gonna look at it. Like, leaning off the side.
Retrieve the film canister our informant hid in Spookmate Keep before he died. It contains vital information on Skullface's plan. For now, our only clue is the garbled photograph the informant tried to send us before the end.
Garbled.
Working on analyzing the data, there's no time to wait. A KGB Spetsnaz squad is after the target as well. Boss, Go to Spookmate Keep and use the VI to lead you to where the film canister is hidden. It is paramount you retrieve the target before the enemy does.
Paramount, he says. So, I don't see a time limit, but oh, perfecto. I'm going to do this anyway. Make sure I hit that point specifically. Missions. How do I? Oh yeah, you pull that up. It shows a picture of it in the bottom right. Oh my God, what kind of photo is that? What kind of photo is that? What is that a doorway? Good Lord! I don't know how I'm supposed to work with that. There was nothing to. Do I go up here to? No, I gotta go this way. All right. Whoa, quiet. Seriously, you watch yourself. I can drive. I can drive. I can drive. Oh, yes, I can drive. I'm good. You know what, quiet, while we're doing this, you be a deer. Tell me where everybody is. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Ooh.
Analysis complete.
Ooh. Ooh.
Buddy has infiltrated our map has been updated.
Ooh. Don't just realized what was happening and how close we truly were.
Analysis complete.
Uh-oh.
Presence detected. The map has been updated.
Huh?
Analysis complete.
What's that, guys? What is that? Yeah. It's something to do with the doorway. Remember our mission here.
Analysis
Don't forget
complete.
what the main mission. Oh. He's distracted, right? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna sneak right. Thank you.
The map has been
Don't do
updated.
it. I didn't see nothing. Take them all.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete.
Keep taking them all.
Analysis complete.
All right. This is gonna be tough. Crawling on the side of a mountain. I don't even remember this area. Did they? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, these guys are coming from everywhere. Darn it.
Enemy presence detected.
Trying to get the guys up high first.
Updated.
Where'd you go? Alright, you're next. No, quiet. Don't do it. Don't do it, quiet. Where's everybody? Where are they? What? It's in here somewhere. I think it's hidden in like one of the bricks or something. Because it was pointing to a random point. Like in between a doorway, I think. That's all I could go on. Where are the rest of the guys here?
He's coming too.
Uh-oh.
Roger that.
Uh-oh. Okay. Woo!
Clouds approaching.
Nice, you got one there. There we go. Just take them all. Nobody gets a chance here. Nice one, quiet. It's my my lucky bandana. Thank the bandana. Lucky, lucky, lucky bandana.
You gotta extract him.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna extract these, I'll tell you that for sure. Get rid of everyone. Okay, he's too far out. He doesn't know where he is. He's being stoops. He's being too stoops. Man, if I had my tranquilizing no, not tranquilizing. My
He's coming too. Roger that.
wait. Oh, bam!
Completed your objective. Now Get out of the hot zone.
Snap! Oh my god, I'm taking their car. I'm taking their car. Yes. Oh, well.
Analysis.
You're the only guy I gotta take. And I can do this. Uh-oh. Got some grass in my way. Hey, dude, you wanna stand still? Dude, stand still. Thought you even had a helmet. You know what? No, it's gonna matter. It's a main mission. You know what? No, screw it. Screw it. Just going this way on my foot. On foot. Okay. Dang it. Reflex moded me. What, did you hear something? That's gonna hurt. No more perfect stealth there. Shoot. I was hoping that they didn't know where I was. Dang it. There's probably other mission objectives in order to do this as an S rank like that, but hey, whatever. Dang it, I didn't even get my car either. I should have shot him. I should have drove.
You're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
Hey, it was no biggie, right? Hey, I'm just getting rid of that staff.
Mission complete. Great work.
Dang it. Dang it, I only got a B. Was it just because of the reflex mode? I don't know what I did. I shot one bullet and it landed, whatever, that works. Even better, like, it didn't even shoot a bullet. Mainly because I used quiet in order to make her do it. But it seems like the buddy loyalty can't be maxed and stay maxed. It goes up and then goes back down again, which is dumb. I need to know what is on here. The hamburgers of Kazuhiro Miller. We were listening to these on stream. They're really funny. Like I said, listen to the tapes. You want some extra information. Unless that informant report thing is yellow, I'll listen to it now, okay? Because that's gotta be fascinating. Yes, PF points exchanged, blah, blah, blah. That's wonderful. I wonder why mine's, like, taking longer and longer to load lately. Oh.
Side ops list
Boss,
updated.
I have a quick report for you here. We've discovered a radiation leak in the laboratory on the quarantine platform. It's coming from testing equipment we installed the other day. Members of the medical team have been conducting research there, but we'll evacuate them all from the research block to the containment block next to it. Emmerich.
There's no need to worry. No radioactive material is leaked, so the contamination won't spread. We just need to seal off the testing equipment.
I've dispatched the security team to get the researchers out. I'll keep you updated.
Oh. No. I was like, hey, look, we're here on a thing, but no. Unless it's a new one. No, it's number 2. Okay, so Magna Mother Base, we just got some new rewards. That's nothing new. Okay, so yes, we do have a yellow cassette tape. I want to figure out what this is. We're gonna listen to this. We're gonna listen to this now. The informant's report, 3 parts, all yellow.
We finished decoding the informant's report.
Yes.
That floating kid we've run into a few times now. Looks like he was a test subject in clinical experiments. The Soviets called him the third boy. The third boy was brought to a lab on the outskirts of Moscow from Czechoslovakia, after which he was due to be sent to a research center in Leningrad, then Siberia, and finally an academic town in Novosibirsk. It doesn't appear that the researchers witnessed the talents we've seen from him, but nevertheless he was quite the popular subject. His latent cognitive abilities suddenly awoke en route to Moscow. According to the report, the third boy was easily influenced by other individuals' biofields. Evil thoughts, in particular. They affected his mind like a virus. Extreme anger or resentment, motives for revenge, in other words. Now, during the transport flight to Moscow, the boy was exposed to a powerful mental energy field coming from a certain individual. Ever since, being conscious of his powers, he's become a sort of energy generator. What's unique about him is the way his acute telepathic abilities get taken over by another person's will. The boy began to physically parasitize individuals experiencing extreme anger and codify the host's desires. This includes amplifying the host's natural strengths. Or, in accordance with the host's desires, he can also implant program code in another individual, making them a puppet, essentially. Human neural synapses transmit weak electrical currents between neurons. These electrical currents, though at a level difficult to observe, warp the magnetic field outside the body. The third boy is able to pick up these weak fluctuations. Contrary to psychotronics, which involves controlling the human mind, his abilities as a receptor are too high. The emotions he picks up from another individual are amplified and unleashed into his body as they recur in his brain. They turn into microwaves, which then affect the physical world, triggering paranormal phenomena like the spontaneous combustion of organic matter or psychokinesis, moving an object without touching it. There's one other thing. While he's parasitizing a host, the boy's ego gets shut away, allowing the will of the host to take control of his powers, like some annoying static drowning out your own voice. That means he isn't responsible for what's been happening. Somebody's extreme anger has manifested through the third boy's powers in ways none of us could have predicted, which would mean this was going on somewhere around us.
Okay.
Looking back on it, a lot of things make sense now.
Do they?
The man on fire, Sahelanthropus, they both came to life thanks to the third boy's powers.
I thought that was obvious.
Everything has been happening through him as a catalyst. We first saw him in the hospital on Cyprus. The boy parasitizing the man on fire's desire for revenge gave him his new abilities in return. He next appeared at the Hamid Fighters Fort where the honeybee was hidden. There, the boy parasitized Skullface's vengeful mind. He controlled Sahelanthropus, making it do whatever Skullface wanted. Same goes for when we extracted Emmerich onto the chopper. When he appeared at the Devil's House in Central Africa, Skullface's will controlled the man on fire via the third boy's powers. Everything is clear up to this point. But even the informant couldn't pinpoint who the host was in the cave within Serac power plant. Sahelanthropus suddenly became active, then crushed not only the man on fire, but Skullface as well. Surely neither of them could have been the host. Who else was at that location and bore anger more extreme than either of them? Whose will was controlling Sahelanthropus?
We saw!
According to the report, emotions transmitted in children's brains affect the surrounding magnetic field more strongly. Cerebral nerves are covered with insulation called myelin sheaths to increase impulse speed. The reason for this leakage has to do with the fact that children's myelin sheaths are still developing. So, how many children do you remember being there? Children with a burning desire for revenge and...
It's liquid. It wasn't that hard to figure out.
I can think of only one. Eli.
Yeah.
We don't know what kind of life he's had, but the resentment he's shown toward adults is nothing short of extraordinary. The third boy resonated with Eli's mind. And that means Eli bore the strongest animosity of all individuals within the boy's reception range, estimated to be a 3-mile radius, beating out even Volgan and Skullface. The third boy has probably remained hooked on Eli's anger since. You remember at the Devil's House, the third boy showed an interest in Shabani? That must have been his ego making a rare appearance. He may possess abilities far beyond anyone else in the world, but he's still a kid. Maybe them both being kids was enough to bring them together. And if so, maybe with Eli, he isn't feeding off him, but acting in symbiosis with him. So what kick-started the third boy's powers? If we look at the location and time that his plane went down, we can make a pretty good guess. When the plane experienced the first anomaly, it gave an accurate report of its position to a control tower, due north of the Black Sea, 125 miles east of Kiev. Dead south on the Black Sea is Cyprus's Green Line. So the plane's position was directly north of the hospital where you'd been asleep for 9 years. And this anomaly was reported at exactly the same time that you woke up. The plane was enveloped in flame from the inside out. The fuselage burnt to ashes. There were no survivors, at least not publicly admitted. Your thoughts formed a synchronicity with the boy's psyche and were amplified inside his brain.
What?
That would have been more than enough to trigger his abilities.
What?
Your rage was like a big bang in his head, blowing the lid off his powers. The boy was then secretly moved to the lab outside of Moscow where Volgin was comatose. There, Volgin's thoughts resonated with the boy and he was awakened. Volgin became the man on fire, hell-bent on getting revenge on you. His instincts led him straight to you. Skullface knew Volgin from Operation Snake Eater, or perhaps from even before. Monitoring this pair of extraordinaries, he discovered the hospital and sent his assassin and XOF. Skullface was probably watching the situation from close by. Then, realizing how useful these two test subjects could be, he approached them. Reacting to Skullface's thirst for revenge, this time the boy let Skullface's will control Volgin. Volgin, at times driven by personal revenge, at times through Skullface's will, kept on moving, though his body was little more than dead meat. Perhaps there were moments where even your thoughts affected him as well. But without the boy's power, it was like the plug had been pulled from the socket. Everything was powered by anger, malice, revenge. This is how the end of the report sums things up. Both the third boy and the man on fire were originally test subjects of paranormal research for military applications, like telekinetically controlling the leader of an enemy nation and making him launch a nuke, or stopping the heart of someone on the wrong side of the Berlin Wall, experimenting with latent human abilities. They were used as tools of the Cold War. The boy's only crime was being born with unique gifts. But he was sacrificed on the altar of war. His life reduced to slavery under other people's wills. Turned into a living weapon with no will of his own. And eventually the only emotion he could feel must have been the desire to get revenge for the hand he'd been dealt. Boss, it's you that awakened the boy's powers. But there's more to it than that. I guess the anger emanating from you was something he could truly relate to.
That's all so very strange. So, that means that at this point, I have no reason to believe that it is not actually Psycho Mantis. I guess that actually is, and he's actually the main villain of this whole game. Like, the whole game in general. I've been thinking lately, like, wait a minute. It's kind of weird, this Metal Gear. I mean, like, we don't have, like, a Cobra unit or a Foxhound or some group of villainous characters, you know, who are out for, you know, with some other larger villain who I assumed was going to be Skullface. But all we really had was Psycho Mantis, right? And the Man on Fire, who's Volgin, who were both, I mean, Psycho Mantis is kind of a lazy cop-out way of throwing another past character in again. I mean, it's cool to see him back again and more information about him because he's so fun in the first game, but I mean, like, I wanted more originality there. I mean, I feel like that's it. Like, Man on Fire, that was cool. That was an interesting, really hard, crazy boss. You have to fight like a stealth kind of mission. But at the same time, like, okay, where are the other big ideas? You know, Skullface is like the most empty character in the Metal Gear franchise, in my opinion. And I'm like, jeez, he's... I don't know what I feel about this. Like, I mean, I was always most interested in the mystery of the other two characters, and with that laid bare, you know, it makes me realize, wow, there was only two, I don't count Skullface, only two real villains in this game. Other than that, it's really fun, and there's a lot of, like, side missions and stuff like that, but it's just, it's not, there's something about it, I mean, it's Metal Gear, but it's so small, you know, it's like, all of the other Metal Gears were like this huge, like, stupid analogy, like huge birthday cakes of like, they're all so different and like, but they're all the same thing too. Like formulated, but still shaking it up and adding to a giant whole of what I know what it is. And then this one comes along and it feels like just a fraction. It's a slice of what it should be. I feel like it's a great idea, but there's something about this that I feel is so incomplete. And it bothers me. I mean, that's fascinating. I really wanted to know that. I did. At the beginning of this, I was like, I gotta go, I gotta know this. But now it just makes me think, that's it. You know, this whole game is just Psycho Mantis. Alright. I mean, it's cool. Backstory on Psycho Mantis. But that's all. I mean, like, I wanted more, you know? Like, mainly because Metal Gear always provides more questions than answers. And I think that's why, well, 4 was specifically in response to that. But I think that's what makes it so good. And there's something about this game that provides pretty much no questions and answers to those questions that it does ask. So there's just something about this that feels off. I don't know. That's not why I'm playing it anymore. I mean, I'm very much content with the story of Metal Gear. I'm very happy with it. It ended in 4. This game is pretty much pointless at this point, but still, I'm having fun with it. I don't know. That was kind of tougher to get through there. So let's take a look at some of the missions we do have coming up in here. There are 4 other ones right now. I'm gonna assume. I can't use those. I guess there's side ops going on there. So we have 2 other missions. We're gonna be getting some of the kids back. I'm gonna say that's gonna be next time. Those are the next yellow missions that we can be doing, and they look like they are both back in Africa, of course. One went to the oil field. Like, why would you go there, you little stinker? I don't know. This one at least makes a little bit of sense, but no, it doesn't actually. That makes no sense for the kid to go there. But anyway, it's all weird. It's all weird. I get it. It's a game. It's why I have to redo past missions, and that's why I can make my horse like an evil death unicorn. But I don't know. Something's different about this. Something's just weird. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Yeah, I ain't pulling. No.
Analysis complete.
No thanks. I'm gonna stay right back here where I'm safe. Unless I had a rocket launch. No, that'd be perfect. Just like get a big rocket and just blow them up and like walk off. I'll beat a side quest for you. But either way, that is all the time I have for now. I didn't want to ramble on too much about that, but I'm so conflicted about this game. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure how I want to word it. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know. I don't know. But either way, that is all the time I have for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like the videos and subscribe for more, and I will see you all in the next episode of Metal Gear Solid 5. See you.